listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
Hello, everybody. We'd like to welcome you to New Kids on the Pod. I am one of your hosts, JYD, and with me, as always, is Tony D and Momba. What's up, Momba?
Hello. I'm going to start off with, I was going to make this my gripe, but I feel like there's more important gripes. But I have a question.
Yeah.
Why today's youth, because I work around a lot of youth, some of them...
Youths?
Youths. Some of them are at risk. But why some kids choose to have Edgar haircuts?
What's Edgar haircuts?
You don't know what Edgar haircut is?
No.
It's like a bowl. It's like Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
That haircut.
Oh, like a bowl cut.
Yeah, but you have the sides faded out.
Yeah.
And it's not so much like... It's like more puffy at the top. So it's like a mushroom.
Look it up. Look up the Edgar. You see this. You'll notice it right away.
Just Edgar, like the name.
Yes.
I would say it's popular.
Which one are you? This one right here? Or these?
There's worse.
Yeah, but it's like the first one.
This one?
Yeah, more like the first one. But the only reason why I ask why kids are doing it is because, like, it's not like back in the 90s or 80s when we were younger. Where if you look stupid, you didn't have the internet to tell you that you look stupid.
This one doesn't look terrible.
Which one?
This kid. Throwing on the fork.
Oh, you don't think that looks stupid?
That one doesn't look as bad as like some of the others. I mean,
that looks pretty bad.
Like the one, like the first one, like that one's pretty silly. That one's pretty silly.
Go down a little bit. The one that's like it's like a go up. I think. Oh, right. It's like a TikTok thumbnail. Like that one is like I see a lot of those. Like right there. You see what's just.
Oh yeah.
It's like I don't know, man. It's
anyway at my place of business.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of kids wearing these haircuts, and I just want to know why. It's
what's in, man. People have had the styles have changed over the years. Styles have gotten.
But like Mamba said, like back in our day, we had like haircuts and we had styles that like the older generation didn't like.
Yeah.
But it was cool. But in this one, like,
well, maybe it's cool now.
No, it's not.
Young people,
they're getting roasted by everyone, including their peers. So it's like I don't know.
Maybe their parents just what they took them to get cut.
No parent would take their.
Yeah, their kids back in the day used to have the real bowl cuts where they put the bowl in.
No, these are all willing participants.
You're telling me those kids don't look like they're going into barbershops and like purposely asking for that? I wonder if they asked for the Edgar.
The pandemic happened. Maybe the moms are like, "I'll cut your hair, mijo," and they're like, save some money. And then it just kept. It's like, oh, well, there's no point. I already learned how to cut your hair. There's no point in.
No. There's a lot of TikToks of barbers like being like sick and tired of it. I'm like, man, if I gotta do one more Edgar cut today.
And also, if the parents are having the kids do this, that's when DCFS has to get involved. Somebody's making poor judgment calls in that household.
That is clear child abuse.
Yeah. Would you like if your son, when he grew up, he was like, "Hey, Dad, I want to cut my hair like this."
Yeah.
Would you let him?
I'm like, look, I'd be like, I would say you don't do that just because that's silly. But I mean, it's your hair. If you want to look dumb, go ahead.
I'd be like, sure, son. Like, I'll even do it for you. And then like, I'll just shave his head. Oops. And then by the time like it grows back, hopefully it'll be out of style.
Would it be so? It would be like that scene in Big Daddy when Frankenstein dresses himself.
Yeah.
He was like, "All right, if you want to look like a weirdo, that's up to
you.
you.
You're gonna walk on the other side of the street.
That's all on you.
You gotta let them make their own stupid decision."
Yeah, sometimes you do.
But then again, who am I to?
My nephews. So I have younger nephews. Like one of them's 17 or going to be 18 soon.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
The other one.
Very sexy boys.
The other one's 20 or 19 or 20. And they go through like different like haircuts that I think are kind of weird. Like, who's that rapper? There, or is he a rapper or is he a singer? One dude that, like, he's got, like, half his hair blonde and half black. I've seen him before.
Oh,
Machine Gun Kelly,
No.
I think his
no,
name is Youngblood.
Tekashi.
No, gosh, the guy's got, like, 10 different colors. I don't know who it is, but anyway, he did that. He's got like really long hair, covers his eyes.
Uh-huh.
And it's really curly. So he's had like half blonde, half. And I was like, I mean, if that's what you like, that's what you like. Whatever. I don't really care. But I thought it was kind of silly.
So how come when my hair is covering my eyes, you told me I have to get a haircut?
I mean, because you have someone that can cut your hair at home, like professionally. And you don't have to pay for it. You can just get a haircut.
That's why I refuse.
It's like you have the greatest. It's like if you had a private chef, like an actual chef that like at a Michelin star restaurant that lived in your house and was able to cook you dinners every day.
But you go to McDonald's.
But you go to McDonald's.
See, that's a terrible example because this is Momba we're talking about.
And, okay, I had a private chef, and like they were like, "You want me to make you something?" I'm like, "Yeah, can you make me a bologna and cheese sandwich with Doritos in it?"
And then can you crush it?
Yeah, can you crush it? But not too much.
Not too much.
Yeah.
Just a firm crunch.
Yeah. You have someone living in your house that professionally cuts hair for a living, teaches other people to cut hair, and yet you can't even get a haircut.
Because I've always wanted to grow my hair long, but I usually give in around a certain point because there's like an awkward phase.
But you should have gave in like a while back.
I'm not saying it looks good, but I said I like it.
You gotta stick it out, man.
Yeah,
You gotta have some fortitude and be like, you know what? Nope, I'm gonna power through this terrible phase because it gets better.
Eventually, it gets better. I think the beard is a little much. I'll get rid of that, but I told my fiance that we're getting married in a month. Just hold out till then. I'll get it like cut like a week before.
And what if she accidentally messes up and it doesn't have enough time to grow out for your wedding? And you're gonna look stupid in your wedding pictures.
The pressure's on her. It's not on me. I'm not the one that cuts hair. But like, I guess I could kind of understand these Edgar haircuts.
Even our boss told you need a haircut today. He never says anything.
He said that out of jealousy. He said that because he is losing his hair.
It was did it sound spiteful?
Yeah. He was cut that hair, you hippie.
Like it wasn't genuine.
It was like
Did he say you look like a hippie?
Yeah,
did he recommend the Johnny Unitas?
High and tight.
Yep.
But only because he can't grow this out. What was I gonna say?
I mean, I know a guy.
Him? He could probably swing it. How does it make you feel that like I don't have to pay for this? It's just natural. It just grows.
I mean, it does. It does kind of. This kind of suck.
And not just that, but he doesn't even take care of it. Like,
That's true.
He's like spitting in your face right now. He's like, I have a natural hair, and I don't even care.
He's like, and I'm annoyed by it.
Yeah, I wash it every day. I dry it the fuck out. It's gonna get all brittle and
then he's not even getting it cut or grooming it. Doesn't even comb it.
I wake up in the morning, zero product, all grease.
How does that make you feel?
It's like wasted talent. That's.
It's like if you were like you were gonna be pro and you were gonna be the best basketball player ever, and you break your fucking legs, and then this motherfucker's got all the talent. He's just like, nah,
and he just throws it away.
Or I'm like really tall.
And he's just like, I'm just gonna stay home and play video games. I'm not gonna play basketball.
Yeah. He's like 6'5", like 7 foot wingspan. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay home and do nothing.
Like you could be in the NBA. I'm okay with playing NBA 2K.
That's close enough.
That's close enough for me. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, I can't judge these kids because in 8th grade, I did go to Mexico, and my mom took me to a beauty salon, and I got golden highlights in my hair. So I had like gold frosted tips, kind of like Mark McGrath of Sugar Ray fame. And it did not go well when I came back to the States in my first day of school. So everybody makes mistakes, right? And it was my mom's idea. So maybe you're right about like.
There he goes. Well, before when I was a kid, not kid, I was younger in high school, and my sister's boyfriend at the time was like, your haircut's kind of like outdated. Why don't we go get you a new one? And he's like, what's big right now? The Backstreet Boys. So let's do like which one is it? Is it
Kevin, Howie?
No, it's not Kevin or Howie. Brian. He used to have like the Caesar cut.
Like it was like short.
Yeah, short in the front. Yeah.
The
like
little
that.
bangs.
Yeah. He's like, let's do that. So we went to the hair place, and I got Caesar, and I had that all the way through high school.
Is that when?
So after high school, actually.
Is that when you also started experimenting? with your sexuality.
I mean, if you want to call having sex with women experimenting, yes.
That is.
I mean,
You don't know
for
what
you,
they're-
it probably was an experiment.
You don't know what women are capable of.
I still don't. Surprise me every day.
It's a very low energy pod.
All right, let's get to.
We took a
I've
week
got-
off just for
I've got a lot to say actually, but let's get to. Hold on, before we get into what I got to say, let's get into our comments from YouTube. So from our last episode, we got Peter Theater saying, "Great episode, just proving why this is the best podcast ever. Unless you include Radiolab or Invisibilia or This American Life, the Joel Osteen podcast, Rain Sounds to Sleep too,
Frost.
Sucking Dicks and Frosted Tips with Lance Bass."
Oh,
That was a JYD original.
speaking of frosted tips, that was me.
I'm just kidding. It's called Frosted Tips Podcast with Lance Bass.
So I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but the Joel Osteen one kind of hurts a little bit.
Yeah, because we're not like peddling stuff. We're not grifting you for money. We could be, but we don't.
By the way,
Yeah, what's our Patreon?
yeah, let's subscribe to our Patreon.
What's
I'm just kidding. We don't have a Patreon.
Well,
Not yet.
let's read some of the super chats.
What the fuck's a super chat?
You know what super chat is? That's
Yeah.
that's when you stream live, and you got the whole chat going.
Oh.
and,
Subscribers.
and then people pay and then if they pay their their chat gets pinned so that and then whoever reads it out loud. Whatever.
Nice.
So why don't we read some super chats?
Well, we're not live.
Damn. All right, we should incorporate that. Start making some money.
You're right. All right. So Hooded Dude.
is there any way we could charge Hooded Dude for these comments?
I mean, we can.
Yeah.
Will he pay? Probably not. So yeah,
We get it and tell them to use the honor system. You won't comment on our YouTube videos
from now.
unless you pay us.
Anyway, so Hooded Dude says, "Yes, Tony, I had watched the ranking videos beforehand, and Woke Girl was insufferable, so she's dead last. Funniest video out of these is definitely the one where the vegans need to find the fake vegan.
I talked
among
about that
them.
one. That one is hilarious.
Hilarious, as Tony would say.
Should we like watch that one next time?
Yeah, maybe
Not
next
today,
time.
But
Yeah, maybe next time.
But yeah, so we'll watch it, and everyone should watch it. We can talk about it next week. But there's it's I think it's a Jubilee video, and it's like and they do these segments where like they grab like a group of people, and one of them is like they grab like a group of vegans, but one of them is not a vegan, and they have to like try and like just amongst themselves like they have
Fish
like,
out the fake vegan?
They're like trying to find out, and they have 5 minutes to vote one person out. And then they start talking, asking each other questions like, "No, I think you're not a vegan." So they all vote on the person, and then another 2 minutes they talk amongst themselves, and they keep voting people out. And at the end, if the saboteur is still in it, then he wins like a cash prize, or if he gets found out like in any of the elimination rounds, like the real vegans would like they split the pot.
so it's like Among Us, that game.
It's funny because there's like the one he's talking about. There's this one girl, and like it's one of those where like she might not be because she is 100% to the T the stereotypical vegan, like the hair.
Did she have colored hair?
Yes, short colored hair.
Why don't you say it for when we watch it?
Oh, okay.
Fucking annoying as shit. Like it's like okay, this is. I'm like wait. She's either an excellent actor, or she's definitely a real vegan. Because
All right.
oh man,
We'll talk about it next. We'll
We'll
watch
talk,
it.
but yeah, so yeah, I think just look it up on YouTube. It's a Jubilee video. It's like I think it's like 6 versus 1 or something, and whatever.
We'll see it.
We'll post it. We'll post it on one of our socials. That'll be we'll give you guys homework.
All right. So if you guys, I know you guys aren't really into Latin music, right?
Like the dead language. I didn't know they had music.
No. Yeah, for the castratis.
Yeah. Oh, I think isn't there like only like one known like surviving?
Yeah, we watched it.
Michael Jackson.
No. Like the last recording or one of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, we watched
the
it.
Ave
It's
Maria.
super
That
fucking
was
creepy as
That
fuck.
creepy
was
as
an
shit.
old video or
That shit gives
old
me
podcast
nightmares.
we did.
Yeah, when Michael Jackson was
that
castrated.
is creepy. So you talk about Latinx music?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know if you guys. I mean, like I said, I don't know if you're hip on it. But, Shakira came out with a song that like broke all like the Spotify records a month or so back. It was with Bizarrap. she went like fucking hard. So her, for those who don't know, who don't follow the Latin scene, Shakira was dating ex Barcelona player, or no, does he still play for Barcelona? Whatever, X.
Ex soccer player.
She was dating.
He was playing a soccer player.
She was dating
Piqué,
a football player.
right, named Piqué. Well, she wasn't dating; she was married to him, and they had a few kids. And they were together for a really long time, and he fucking left her for this other blonde chick who is not nearly as attractive as Shakira.
Okay.
And
Which brings me
Yeah, I was gonna say the same
to
thing.
the old tried and true. Doesn't matter how hot you are. If you show me the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life, I will show you a dude that's tired of fucking her.
yep, and that is Piqué tired of fucking Shakira because look here, this is that chick he started dating. I think it's this bitch. Right?
All right. She doesn't look bad there. I mean, she's no Shakira.
That's her.
Yeah,
That's a very
I feel like
unbecoming-
it's definitely a downgrade. Like it's just definitely a.
But anyway, so he left Shakira for this broad, right? She's like 20 something,
Okay.
and Shakira's obviously older. She's like in her late 40s.
Yeah, definitely on the decline, that Shakira.
Shakira's sexy as fuck. But anyway, regardless, neither here nor there, right? So anyway, she came out with that song, right, with this rap, just going like fucking hard on Piqué, like hard.
Did she say he has a small penis?
I mean, basically. I mean, she didn't really say that, but she said a lot of shit.
She implied it.
She implied a lot
His
of
wee
things.
wee was small.
But anyway, like, was it last week or the week before? She came out with another song with Carol G, who's like another
I know of.
reggaeton singer.
Yeah.
And then she also has had a breakup with another reggaeton star. So now they both went in on their fucking ex-boyfriend / husbands
Damn,
hard.
so they're going on a revenge tour.
Right, hold on. So then yesterday or the day before yesterday, she drops another song
About him?
about him.
So that's
Just going
three
fuck. That's 3 songs.
Damn.
Like okay, I love Shakira. Shakira's great. She's like very attractive. I love her music. She seems like she's a pretty nice person from the little I've seen about her. And I had like a huge crush on Shakira for a long time. But like, relax, girl. Like, she's becoming Taylor Swift-esque at this point. Not even Taylor Swift drops like 3 or 4 songs in the matter of a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying about their ex-boyfriend.
Were these good
husbands.
songs, though?
No, they're good. Well, yeah, the first 2 were good. The third one was okay. The first one was my favorite. Was the best one. But anyway, she's like going in. She's like out for blood. Like you could tell that this breakup / divorce like really hurt her. It really like is going because she's fucking going in hard, dude, hard. And I'm like, man, would you go in hard on your fucking ex like that? Like if you had the public space, and I mean, aside from this podcast and nobody watches this bullshit, would you go in hard? Like if your girlfriend goes like, oh, I cheated on you,
I think
and I'm breaking up with you.
I think me and you talked about that the other day, kind of in passing. But I mentioned to you that like when I had my ex-girlfriends when they left me, I'm really glad I wasn't really into social media back then, because that would have just like been embarrassing. I would have probably done the same thing. I would have like,
Fuck you, bitch. I hate you.
oh yeah.
You're such a fucking.
Took videos of me crying and like, oh, I hope she comes back. It would have just been embarrassing. I'm so glad that like I had a flip phone when all this happened and I didn't have access to the internet. It could have been a lot worse.
What about you, Tony?
I don't know. Like, I think I'd be salty, but then I don't think I would because I don't want it to be known that I'm salty. And I think that if I start like just going off, like, that motherfucker's just salty. Because you could tell when like people like start going off on their exes, it's like, all right, dude, you just take the L, man. Just take the L.
So now, what if what if the shoe's on the other foot? What if you broke up with Shakira for some other broad and
I can't even fathom that. I can't even rationalize that in my brain to give you an answer because I would never do that.
what about you, Mom? What if you just broke up with her? What if she was really annoying? Like, what if she was just like,
I mean, it's very possible.
I'll put up with it.
She is one of the biggest musicians in the world. You know, maybe that changes a person. Maybe.
I mean, he's a fucking famous soccer player. They're both famous. Like, what does that change?
He's not that famous. I've never heard of him.
But he's very well known in other parts of the world that watch soccer. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you could argue that she was a more famous person, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man.
Well, it depends. You know what? I guess for me, I would see hers more because I don't really follow.
Yeah.
I mean, I follow football, but not that particular team. Like,
I didn't know of him until.
I mean, Barcelona's like the first or second most popular team in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
compared
but
to,
Shakira had a song about the World Cup.
Yeah.
The world.
he played in multiple World Cups.
Yeah, but Shakira had the theme song for the World Cup.
Whatever. I mean,
Some of those songs, like people still sing to this day, like "Hips Don't Lie."
yeah. I mean, it's debatable. So I guess like the thing too, one of the reasons he broke up with her or had divorced her, I keep saying break up. They weren't fucking married. They weren't like dating.
I mean, with celebrities, you might as well just call it a breakup because, I mean, they get married just to get married. So
His mom, I guess. So like so like I said, he's from I think he's from Barcelona. Like he like grew up in Barcelona. You know, he's Spanish.
Oh, so
His-
he probably thinks he's better than her.
Well, hold on. So that's actually part of it. So like his mom used to like, I guess they don't want him dating Shakira when they start dating. First off, because she's Colombian and he's Spanish, and I guess it's like his grandparents were part of like Spanish royalty at one point.
Yeah.
So they're like super tried and true, like Spanish. Like you don't go outside of the.
we got to keep the bloodline pure.
Right, you gotta keep the bloodline
They'd rather
pure.
have him marry a cousin.
I guess. So
Is that true, John? Is that how you keep the bloodline pure?
yeah,
Oh,
you
I
know
was-
that?
I guess.
You said don't go outside at all.
Yeah.
I would agree with that because I think Spaniards are like just vampires. There's something weird about Spaniards, but go
Maybe.
ahead.
So like him dating Shakira and then later marrying her and having kids, it was like a big no.
Yeah.
Amongst his mom, really his mom. So I guess like his mom used to fucking hate Shakira and like I guess the way this whole thing made it seem was like that she kind of she turned him against her at some point and then like he was like, oh fuck it.
That's probably the
Took
most
off on-
embarrassing thing.
Like your mom.
Yeah, your mom turned you.
Especially if
against
you're
her.
like a grown man
Yeah.
with like clearly your own means to like make your own. It's not like he's like banking on an inheritance or anything. It's like, bro, you're a millionaire by your own right.
And not just that, but I think too was not just it was just that she wasn't Spanish. She was older too. I mean, because he's like I don't remember how I think he's 37 right now, and she's like 45 ish around there. So
She looks like
I don't know.
she's-
That's something I don't know. That to me that seems like really like stupid. But then again, like I've never been in that environment where like I don't think I've ever had a girlfriend or a girl that I was dating that my parents met that my parents ever like didn't approve. Like
36, 46. So they're 10
Yeah.
years difference. So you know,
Oh, and also if it was something like for as dumb as that.
yeah, there's got to be more. Like come on, I mean if
I'm sure there is more. But
I mean,
like,
if you love someone enough to like marry them and have like how many kids do they have?
I think they have two.
They have two kids, and then like, you know what, babe? My mom doesn't really like you. I'm sorry, but this isn't working out. I think I'm gonna date my cousin. You know, keep the bloodline pure. You know how it
Is it
is.
because she doesn't eat tapas?
Probably because she thought they were stupid. She's like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" Like it's like he probably took her out to like a tapas restaurant, and then she's like, "All right, well, those were the appetizers.
Yeah.
Where's the meal?" He's like, "That was the meal." He's like, "What the fuck?"
And he probably has that stupid accent with the lisp. So he talks like this in Spanish.
Yeah. So she's probably better off.
And then she's like,
she probably
stupid.
just got tired of like paella because that's like all that's the only like. I mean,
I don't even know what it is.
it's like seafood rice.
Oh,
That's
well,
all
Well,
that. Yeah,
they put other things in seafood. You could put like chicken and like
Those basically it's like
it's like fried rice.
Basically, like their main number one dish is something you can get at any fucking mariscos restaurant in Chicago. Any place you go, you ask for fucking rice and fucking shrimp, and there's your paella.
Yeah.
It probably tastes better too because it's actually like you can get it spicy, different.
Well,
and then
I had a
Spain's
friend.
pretty bland.
I had a friend that actually went to Spain, and he went to like different places in Spain, and he said the Spanish food actually sucks. He said
I mean,
it's
it
better, like,
does.
here.
well, they're basically British people who
Yeah.
speak Spanish.
Yeah, like think about it, like Spanish food and like French. Like that, I think that. Can you think of like any decent or good French?
So hold on. So here in the USA, obviously, we have a different palate and taste. So I have been.
Yeah,
to, I have been.
it's called good.
I've been to both Britain and France, and the British/French food I've had here is actually is better. Aside from that's not true. The escargot. Well, I haven't had escargot here. The escargot in France was really good, but like I've had like fish and chips in like Britain. That shit was bland as fuck. I've had better fish and chips here.
And Long
Meat
John
pies.
Sil-
I've had
Long
meat
John
pies.
Silver's.
You see, and like the thing is, like that's baffling to me because like they spent like fucking hundreds of years raiding other countries for spices, and that's the best they can do.
They clearly got. They raided them and then they like put them away and never took them out.
They probably raided this country like, all right, we're here for your spices. Like, oh yeah, here you go. They gave them like salt and pepper. Like, we got them, boys. Back to the motherland.
And then on the way to the motherland, they fucking lost the salt.
Yeah.
They don't put salt on shit.
Yeah, because I don't know. Like I've never like in a social setting in my life have I ever seen like, man, I could really go for some French food right now. No,
I don't know. This car goes
never
as
heard
fuck.
that. I mean, yeah, but that's like one thing. Like when you think about like, oh, like I feel like Mexican food.
Well,
Oh,
that's
you want
well,
tacos, you want torta, you want this, you
yeah,
want
yeah,
that.
but like, if you, let's think about Mexican food. It's all the same shit. Tacos, right? It's tortilla
Tacos.
and meat.
Yeah.
Tostadas. It's just fried tortilla and meat.
Yeah, but there's
gorditas. That's like tortillas with pockets.
There's
with
different kind of meat.
There's but there's a variety. Like there's
But it's
different
like
variety.
it's like the same shit.
No, well, yeah, if you eat the same kind of meat
Enchiladas. It's tacos with sauce.
and chicken,
Yeah, but you can make them all the things.
or you can make
Aren't
them,
they,
and then
they're deep fried too.
but see,
Aren't they?
Deep fried
Or not
enchiladas
deep
are
fried,
deep
but
fried.
they're
but see, with Mexican cuisine, you have like a variety of like for if you want breakfast, there's like a whole there's like breakfast
Yeah, chilaquiles.
tortillas, yeah.
Meat.
and then for dinner, for lunch, whatever, like there's like ton like yeah, then they have like a whole seafood division, like, and then what do you have for like French?
They have a lot of
They have what
steak.
besides fucking French toast, besides breakfast,
French fries.
that's nothing.
What
Actually,
about,
French fries were made in France.
And I'm pretty sure we invented those.
No, it was in Belgium, I think.
What about no? Those are Belgian fries.
I think French fries are from Belgium.
Yeah, but if you say I want some like some Mexican food, some Chinese food, some even like Thai, like
Ooh, I like Thai food.
yeah, like there's different like now there's food you can set your clock to. Like I've never ever heard anyone ever say like, hey, man, I could go for some Spanish food right now.
We used to go to Cafe Iberico all the time.
Yeah, to have like appetizers. and,
then you go to the real-
and honestly, I would never go for the food. I just go for the sangria.
Oh, they're good.
I mean,
as fuck.
but yeah, but you don't go for the.
They closed that place down, by the way.
Well, yeah, because they realized that shit was bland.
No, that shit was actually pretty good. I like
Because people kept on asking like, "Where's?"
Well, you also have a
where's
pretty.
the main course?
You probably have a shitty palate. That's why
I have a
you-
great palate.
I don't know about that.
I have the best palate.
Yeah. So
What about,
so speaking of eating, I think we should dish out some crow
Why?
because crow you can eat in any language.
Who's gonna eat crow?
Yeah, who's eating crow?
So there's two. We're gonna send out some crow to one of our listeners.
Oh, listener?
To Mrs. Bernard.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
So it was hilarious because
no! I hope
because-
she doesn't hear that because she.
no, I hope she does because I told her I was gonna talk about it, and it's funny because it's actually your fault
Why is it my fault?
indirectly,
What the
which,
fuck did I
which
do?
makes it hilarious. I'm about to tell you. So we were so I was with the boys at Momba's fiance's bachelorette party.
So you guys had your own bachelor party at his fiance's bachelorette party.
so-
I'm gonna interject really quick. My fiance got taken out for a bachelorette party, and I'm glad they went. They had a good time.
So all the girls they all went out.
Yeah,
and then the boys decided, hey, let's hang out.
Mrs. Bernard's husband, Bernard, was like, "Hey, you want to come over and drink?" And I was like, "Sure." And then I got chewed out for that. And it's like, what was I supposed to do? Stay at home.
Stay at home and play
So
Apex.
yeah, so apparently, from what I gather, I guess the plan was, all the girls were gonna get together, gonna take your fiance out, have a good time.
They went to a
and they were and I guess they were all like gonna go back to Mrs. Bernard's house, which is the same as Mr. Bernard's house, and I guess have like a little after party there. That's what I gather. And what ended up happening was that they all went out, and then Mr. Bernard was like, "Hey guys, I'm just home alone. Like, come over for some beer." Like, all right. So then all the boys got together. So we're all at his place, and then they show up, and they're like, "What the fuck are you guys doing here? This is supposed to be our night." I'm like, how the fuck was I supposed to know? So anyway, so she was like, yeah, like, so she was like, yeah, like, Momba, you know better. She told my brother.
Oh, did she yell at him too?
And she yelled at everyone because like, she's
What,
like,
what about the people that weren't married or because like
Exact-
you
um,
and like Truck?
well, that we were really just like, yeah, that's not our, that she
Pikachu.
she yelled at us because obviously, I mean, that's not how
You have no obligation.
We have no obligation,
Right.
But like out of like everybody that was there, their significant other was at the bachelorette party,
Right.
So my brother and all them. So she was telling them all like you guys, like, this is supposed to be our night, whatever. And then she's like, I can't believe the only person who like is staying at home, being responsible, is Junkyard and this and that. And like he's not drinking, he's not doing this. And then
I was drinking.
exactly. So then someone was like, wait, No, he's not. He's at home, but he's hanging out with Alejandro, and they're getting their drink on. And then we started laughing, and she's like, "Oh, well."
I mean, we weren't really getting our.
It doesn't matter.
We drank.
So
We just
the
watched
point
playing-
is, so the
playing
point
video
is,
games.
point is, she ate some crow at your expense, and it was hilarious.
And it's not like, I mean,
But I mean, that's
and you told me, you said you can't go because you can't find a babysitter, which means you would have gone, maybe, right?
possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly, but even so, like, I don't consider it like, I feel like, not to like side with myself here, but like he's always here drinking. So like,
Who,
you know,
Al?
yeah. So like, it could have been a fucking Tuesday, and he would have been here drinking. Like it's not.
it was just funny because she was singing your praises.
Oh, okay.
And little did she know that you're just home being a degenerate with your friend,
But I mean,
neglecting your child.
Yeah.
no, he was sleeping.
For a few minutes in time, she
elevated your status.
Yeah,
you were almost just above pond scum.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Nice.
then you were quickly brought back down.
You
Why,
were-
why didn't you guys let me have my moment, fucking cocksuckers?
Oh, we did. Like he said, a few minutes.
yeah.
After we're like, all right, who's gonna tell her, guys?
And then
all
when
right,
she-
boys,
when
who's
she
gonna
was-
tell her?
She's like, Junker is at home being a dutiful husband, waiting for his wife.
Like,
She was like, he's probably in bed. I was like, oh,
nope,
no, he's drinking right now.
playing video games with one of his buddies.
Like I said, that's not out of the norm. though.
So that was pretty hilarious. And then the second one is
Oh, we had gyms too.
See?
Ooh,
That's even worse.
oof.
It's probably the worst thing.
so and then the second helping of crow, I will eat myself.
Oh, what you're reaching it?
And it is also indirectly because of you.
What? What the fuck?
I ended up watching the Selena Gomez documentary.
Oh.
Oh, no.
And I take back every negative thing I said about her. I love her. I think she is a beautiful soul.
Is she a great person?
She's a great fucking person. Hailey Bieber's a bitch.
What do you have to say to Mamba? Because he was talking mad shit
Yeah,
about her.
fuck you, Mamba. Her friend, I can't remember,
Raquel.
she's a fucking bitch.
No,
Yeah.
Raquel kept it real.
No, she was a fucking.
I forgot
cunt.
exactly what happened.
She did keep it real, but it's like it's like she doesn't need that in her life. I mean, I get it. Like you're trying to be you're trying to keep it real, but it's like
Don't you?
The one that pissed me off was like when she was at the party, or they was telling her like they had just got back from the tour, and or they were about to get
For
back.
those
and
who
she was
don't
like,
know, we're talking about Selena Gomez's documentary.
yeah, it's called what's the name of it?
It's called Who Gives a Fuck.
It's not this. Oh, me, my life.
yeah,
I think
or
that's what
me.
it's called.
Look it up so we can give people the right title.
We talked about
Check
this.
it out.
already. We talked.
It's
No,
it's
but-
on it's on it's on is it on HBO?
No, it's on,
on
Apple
Apple
TV.
Apple
It's on
TV.
Junkyard's Plex for the free.
Shut up.
Why are you selling them out, bro?
Basically, it's a
Oh, there you go.
Me, my mind, and me.
So Selena Gomez, My Mind and Me
On Apple TV.
It is great. It is really.
I get what you guys are saying.
I hold on. I'm not finished,
You should be.
but I'm not.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to continue. She is a beautiful soul.
Yes.
She's a beautiful person, and I take back all the negativity that I exuded the last time we talked about it. I am sad that she is sad, and like I don't know, it was actually pretty good. Like you know, we talked about how like I find it really hard to feel bad for rich people.
Yeah.
But man, I kind of felt bad for her. I was like,
told
fuck.
you.
I was like, damn girl, you got it rough. Like
I told you.
Like I understand you got fame and fortune, but dealing with like what is it, lupus? I don't know much about it. Like, but apparently it's like
But it's not just that, but she also had a mental breakdown.
yeah,
You
she's
know what I'm
also bipolar.
saying? Yeah.
And I don't know, like, and the thing is, like,
Can I say that?
no, you cannot. Hold on.
My sister has lupus.
Okay, so then you understand.
Yeah, but she's not rich. She's like she's trucking along.
trucking along.
And she like knits in her spare time.
Yeah.
Nobody gave her a document.
Nobody.
Yeah, but
Maybe you should, Mama.
people are like following her around with a camera in her face, asking her
Yeah.
questions.
Does she have a best friend that's a hater?
I don't know any of her
Nope,
friends.
but her brother is.
Me? Oh. Very good, Junkie. Well played.
So anyway, Selena Gomez documentary, it is great. You should watch it. I was sad for her, and yeah, she's got it rough.
I'm glad that you guys connect with her on a deeper level.
Yeah. She's a sweetheart.
She is.
A sweet person should have to go through that.
She is a beautiful soul.
Yes.
And she is real. Because I was watching, I was like, all right, how much of this is actually real? How much is fake? I'm like, I don't know. I don't think anyone's that good of an actress or actor, so that's got to be real. And
Did you do your own research? Yeah, after the fact or no?
so yeah, as it turns out, she really does have lupus.
No, I know
so
that.
she's not faking it.
Yeah, I know that.
So, so yeah, she really does have medical conditions. I did my research.
And then Momba sent us that bullshit article about.
I did my due diligence. Well, no, what was hilarious is, yeah, he did send us that article, and I do remember seeing it like a while back, but I didn't give it a second look. Apparently, like there was some controversy because Selena did an interview, and they asked her, and she said that her only friend in the industry is
Taylor Swift.
And I guess that was an issue because if you guys don't know, Selena, because of her health issues, she needed a kidney transplant.
Yep.
So I guess both her kidneys were like just going out.
Yeah.
And one of her friends donated her, and I'm like, oh, that's really nice, her friend. But I didn't know, and apparently nobody fucking knew. Her friend is actually like
An actress.
An actress of sorts. So like, So she wasn't wrong. I mean,
no, she was fucking wrong. So basically,
I'm saying Selena's not
yeah,
wrong.
Selena's not wrong. So basically, so
Taylor is her only friend in the industry.
So I don't even know her name.
Oh my God.
So Selena's friend donated a kidney, and then to Selena, and then when she goes on this interview, like I don't know how long it's after that, like she goes and it's like, oh yeah, my only friend in the industry is Taylor Swift. So I guess this girl felt slighted. She's like, bitch, I gave you a kidney, but then again, like, are you really in the industry? Like, no one really knows who you are. Like, you're not on that level. Like, I feel like
Did Taylor Swift give her a kidney?
that's kind of like like if someone says like, oh man, I really wish I had friends in the industry, and then we get insulted because we're in the industry, we have a podcast, are we in the industry? Fuck no. It's like, bitch, get over it. So yeah. Team Selena.
Hell yeah, Team Selena.
How about you, Mama? Team Selena.
I guess I'm the odd man out.
Yeah, fuck you.
I don't have anything against her.
Well, you should watch it.
I did. I watched. I think.
Well, you should watch it with an open heart.
I think I had to watch it twice.
I feel like you were watching it with a closed mind.
He was talking all sorts of shit during it.
He's probably distracted. He's probably on his phone while Selena's like having a breakdown, and he's like, oh, let me see what kind of shit post her online today.
I could see that she would. Obviously, she said she deals with mental illness, right?
Yeah.
And lupus.
Yeah.
And she used her fame and she put awareness out with a platform. Good for her. But it's really hard for me to sympathize with somebody that's rich and famous. Like, I like people who are struggling. Like
for real struggling.
Yeah.
I need your struggle to include financials.
Yeah.
If your struggle doesn't include financials, you're not really
That's
struggling.
the only way I'll sympathize.
You know what? That's fair. That's fair. I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
I get that you're sad. If I was sad, I'd rather be sad in a mansion.
Why? But that doesn't change your sadness. What if you're still sad?
But either that or
I think it alleviates it a little bit.
either that or you're sad in an apartment that you rent.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather be sad instead of being sad in a big lonely house in a small, less lonely apartment?
No, I'd rather be sad in the big lonely house. But any day.
Because that like elevates your sadness. Like you're like, oh my god, I got all this whole house and I'm by myself and I'm sad.
Yeah, like, oh wow, I do have this whole house.
Yeah.
I do whatever the fuck I want.
I'd look around in my giant house and be like, wow, my life is better than a lot of people.
Exactly.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know what's a good documentary? My Octopus Friend. I think I won an Oscar last year. Watch that. It's about a man who befriends an octopus.
Nobody wants to watch Octopus Mom, but people want to watch Selena Gomez.
Fuck them.
She's famous.
I'd rather watch a documentary about an octopus.
All right, you know what? Sell it to me, Momba.
It's basically this guy who is also sad.
Ooh,
Very
all right. I'm intrigued.
He's struggling with stuff.
You have my attention.
And he starts going out to the back of his house. He happens to live near a beach. I forgot where this guy's from. But as he's snorkeling, he comes upon an octopus. And then he starts to go out there every day, and the octopus becomes familiar with him, and they become friends. And it's a story of an unlikely friendship. It shows that octopuses
Octopi.
are people too.
It's octopi, Momba.
Or Octopussies.
Exactly.
That's if they're girls.
Maybe.
What do you call a female octopus? I'm not going to say it, but you know what it is.
So I have a gripe / conspiracy corner. It's all rolled into one.
Ooh,
So
we got ourselves a fucking banger.
Motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Oh no, was it that tangent you went on last week?
No. Or maybe. Okay, so this is also conspiracy corner. So Have you guys? I know Mamba has because I've gone.
It's not
down
really a
this-
conspiracy.
this rabbit-
These people exist. no,
No, but they follow the conspiracy. What they follow is a conspiracy. So our friend Rodolfo sent us a video, and I've seen this before because there was a big court case about this recently. The Daryl Brooks court case. But anyway,
That's a guy who killed a bunch of people. But
he didn't kill him. He just ran over. I mean, he killed
I
a few
thought he
people, but
killed.
he ran over. Like mostly, he ran over a bunch of people at a.
a slight hit and run.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he sent us this video about this guy. He got like pulled over for a traffic stop, and he was like mad talking back to the cop. Basically, the cop was being really fucking cool, and it turned out like they ended up shooting him and killing him. He deserved it.
Okay.
He did. He
Not
did.
the way you want to go in.
He had a gun, and he pulled it out. And
Okay.
He was gonna fucking use it, and they fucking shot him. He deserved it. He wasn't of color. He was a white man.
Oh, so is that how is that why you justify that? How about instead of
that's-
saying he deserved it, how about you say justice was served?
Both.
Or he got his comeuppance.
Yep. All of
Or
it.
the police officer was put in a tough situation,
Yes.
and he
He was
to
a
make
hero.
a call.
Well, it was actually he got shot by like 4 or 5 different police officers at the same time. But anyway, that's neither here nor
So he got lit up.
He did. He lit up.
Okay.
But anyway, he was following this crazy conspiracy theory that I guess is actually not so uncommon anymore. Called he believed to be a sovereign citizen. Have
Oh,
you
I heard
of
about
this?
that. Yeah.
Mama obviously has heard about this because I went down this big rabbit hole the other
Yeah.
day. So for those who haven't heard of it, a sovereign citizen is somebody who believes that many years. Well, there's two train of thought. One where many years ago, when the United States left the gold standard, basically when money stopped being backed by gold, they switched to like another system where
We just print money where the fuck we want.
what we do now.
Yeah.
But before, like, we used to have the gold standard. When they left the gold standard, that we stopped basically the government. So silly. Government started like making corporations out of your name, right? So like if you notice on your birth certificate, everything's in capital letters. On any official documents, your whole name's in capital letters. And your actual name is obviously capital T, lowercase o, lowercase n, lowercase y, right? But in everything else, capital everything. So like that is your straw man is what they call it. So that's like your corporate name, and then your not corporate name is the name your parents gave you. So it's lower, uppercase T. So anyway, the government are like after they did that, they started making all these like funds for every person, and that the laws changed where they stopped doing I forgot what they called it. It's like the old court system, and now we go to like maritime law. It's fucking silly. But anyway, they believe that they are not bound by the laws of the country because of this whole change, and they're not bound by it because in order for them to be bound by it, they need to have a written signature saying that they are supposed to follow these laws, right? And because they haven't signed anything, they're not bound by them, so laws don't apply to them. So like the reason these guys are getting like the reason that guy got pulled over, I think his name was Adam Chase. He got pulled over because they use these stupid ass fucking license plates that say not for hire or a private vehicle, because they believe that, and in the Constitution it says travel is protected. You are allowed to travel. But nowhere in the Constitution says you're allowed to drive, right? It doesn't say driving is protected because they didn't have fucking cars when they wrote the Constitution.
Well, they should have known.
Huh? They just said travel, which it is, right? You can
Technically,
travel.
yeah.
You can walk.
You could
can
argue.
fucking walk to wherever you
Yeah.
want, right? But in every single state in the United States of America, it is required that you have a driver's license, right? And that you have proper license plates and they're up to date and whatnot. But they're like, no, I am not driving. I am traveling, and this is my private vehicle. You don't have the right to stop me. You don't have the right to ticket me. That doesn't apply to me because it only applies to me if it was a commercial vehicle. If I were working or I was for hire, like trucks, where they travel with like goods.
Let me just stop you real quick. Pause real quick.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're spitting facts right now. like you're just singing music to my ears.
Oh, no.
I want to know, how do I apply to
You were
being-
supposed
I you know what? As Junker saying, it's like, you know what? He's fucking right.
But I'm wait.
Fuck the
Oh, no,
DMV.
you
Bro, do you? I fucking hate the DMV. You tell me I don't even have to fucking go? I have a private vehicle.
this
I believe in the constant. Oh man, whew. My mind is just being open right now.
That's how I'm trying to go. This isn't a sales pitch, man.
Junkyard, you are a fucking fantastic salesman. Continue. Like you're not even finished with your pitch, and I'm already fucking
He was
sold.
denouncing them, not
I'm
trying
a-
to recruit.
I'm already fucking sold. Sign me the fuck up. Continue.
Well, anyway, so yeah, they're just these people are fucking dumb. Okay, so don't be one of those dumb people.
Don't you mean one of those free people?
But see, this is the thing. The thing is that like they are bound by the laws. They are citizens, and like
Show me the document that they signed.
Well, laws are just constructs, right?
Yeah, they're social constructs.
And if you believe in them, then you would be bound.
well,
by
here,
them.
let me tell you something.
It's like magic. It's only real if you believe in it.
Kind of like this I think his name was Adam Chase. This
Okay.
guy.
So anyway, so he got pulled over.
He got pulled over, right?
For
And
having a weird-
for having that license plate.
Okay.
And like I said,
For being free.
the officer asked him for ID, and he refused.
Yeah, because he doesn't have to.
Well, you do.
And that's why, Joker, you are not a free man.
And like, so anyway, they were gonna pull him out of the car. They're like, if you don't show me your ID, we're gonna have to pull you out. They were gonna pull him out. He pulled his gun out, and they fucking lit him up. Let me tell you something. You may not think you have to follow laws. You may think you're a sovereign citizen, but bullets, they say you have to follow these fucking laws. If not, you're gonna get shot the fuck up.
No, if you're a real sovereign citizen, if you were at all in the way of harm, like a bullet is coming at you, the Constitution would fly right in front of that bullet and deflect it.
It didn't work for him.
He wasn't a true believer.
He wasn't true.
There was some doubt.
He must have been following some laws.
I-
He wasn't keeping it real.
So there was this other video.
You know what? He was paying taxes. That's why it didn't work for him.
There was this other video. This guy in a courthouse had his camera, and he was filming like the court session. And they said you can't do that. He was also a sovereign citizen, trying to tell everybody like, oh blah blah. They had to stop the court, and they had to pull everybody out of the courtroom. They had to let people go in. They had to leave him stay out. And he's like, no, I'm getting through. Blah blah blah. You know who also didn't care that he was a sovereign citizen? The taser that tased his ass.
didn't care.
Didn't give a fuck
Damn.
that he was a sovereign citizen, and he was like begging for them to stop tasing his bitch ass. So, regardless of what you think,
That is a government stooge.
laws,
So does this group have a website
they don't. I've
for,
looked.
for further information?
So, regardless of what
It's got to be out there somewhere.
these laws or these fake people
It's on
think
Rumble.
that you don't have to follow, I think
Is it on the Truth Social Network?
Yeah.
bullets, tasers, and all those things,
Yeah.
batons, things that are at law enforcement's use.
They
at their-
don't
care.
They can't tell bullets can't tell the difference between a sovereign citizen
And
and
a-
a regular
right,
citizen.
exactly.
So you better act correct.
Doesn't everybody have like a little bit of a sovereign citizen? in
fuck
there?
around and find out.
So his level of fuck around was at his all time high
Yep.
because he found out.
Yep.
He found out real quick.
Yep.
Oof.
Doesn't everybody adhere to that a little bit? Like I know I do. Like,
Well, I mean, it's one thing to be a lawbreaker or things that you don't follow laws, but like to straight up just and the thing is like it's one thing if this shit was true, you know what I'm saying, if it was real, but like they're just following this like I don't know who fucking came up with this, and it doesn't even make any sense. Like their ideas are not bound. In fact, like I could understand, like for example, the moon landing. People say we didn't land on the moon. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it possible we didn't land on the moon? Sure. Is it likely? Probably not. But like, that's something that I can see that it's kind of based in, something could be faked. The shot JFK, the government killed JFK. Did they have reason to? Yeah. They had a lot of reason to kill JFK. Did they do it? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know, right? But see, like a lot of these conspiracies are like, they're based in some truth. Like even if it's a little bit. This whole sovereign citizenship, there's no truth to it.
You don't think the Constitution is true?
Yeah, the Constitution's true.
Does it
But
say?
that's not-
Does it say that?
Does it say what?
To travel?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so then
But it doesn't say that. It also says that states are able to make their fucking own laws.
It's like
You know what I'm saying? Like,
because you work in IT. It's like a firewall. It's like a hierarchical. At the top is the
hierarchical.
Yeah, what I said. The Constitution at the top.
Yeah.
That supersedes everything below it, right?
Okay. But there are things in the Constitution that also say, like, you have to listen to this other shit.
Yeah, but we choose not to listen to that.
So you pick and choose.
It's
kind of
like it's like religion, like like those Bible thumpers.
Yeah.
Like there's only certain things we're gonna follow in the Bible,
And do you guys?
and other things like what, we're not gonna do that
Do you
because
guys
it's stupid.
eat meat on Fridays?
I do because I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay. Same.
I do not,
I'm not religious.
because I am a red-blooded, God-fearing American who is soon to be a sovereign citizen. As soon as I find out how.
I mean, you just don't follow the laws.
Oh,
and,
all right, well.
and then start spouting off bullshit to the police officers saying that you're a sovereign citizen.
So what do you think? What group do you think is dumber, the sovereign citizens or the 3%ers?
Which of the 3%ers?
The 3%ers, I think that it's like a group of people who like they're like extremely patriotic.
Yeah.
I think they're heavily right leaning, and they believe that that at some point there was some battle where like only 3% of like people were able to fend off this big army. If it never happened, that's why I couldn't really find much about it, because
Right.
I don't think it ever happened. But they like but they have like this. Look it up. Look up 3%ers.
Well, see,
It'll give you like a quick.
That's kind of like the sovereign citizens. Like,
Yeah,
so-
like it's all based on like very little to no actual evidence that this ever happened. But like, there's a lot of people that like are really like, man, they got like fucking tattoos and shit, and they're all
3%ers are the American and Canadian far-right anti-government militia.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, they're larger anti-government militia movement. But see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like it's similar to the whole thing. So like I was looking up. The sovereign citizens believe that the government sets up this fund. It has something like somewhere between 6 and 20 million that the government puts in this fund, and they like try to take it out. Like there's like people that are in like debt.
yeah.
Say that like just take it out of my government fund, and everybody's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Oh yeah, there we go. The claim that the active forces in the field against the king's tyranny never amounted to more than 3% of the colonists during the American Revolution, and I don't think that's the math ain't mathin'.
I have no idea, but that's the thing too. Like I looked up this whole thing about the Treasury because I guess like I said, the Treasury puts the money away for the sovereign citizens supposedly, and they think that you could take it out. And I'm like, I want to know more about like where do they get this from? Where and like I said, something's got to be
That's
based
true.
on some facts.
If there's some rumor out there that we can take money out, I want in.
And,
I
like,
need to know how.
And like I've searched, and like even in like the shit that like is like pro sovereign citizen, like they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Like they can't even tell you where they got this from. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
at least like
You got to look into it.
I have.
gotta
That's
do
the
your
trouble.
You're like I tried.
I've been looking into it. Like, dude, I fell far deep into this rabbit hole and trying to find out, watching videos and shit. I can't find shit on this
You got
stuff.
to do your research.
I have been doing my research. What do I have to do? I go on the dark web? Like, at least, like I said, like the moon landing, you know, like they have like, oh, you know, they can point at things and like say, oh, this is why it didn't happen, or look at this. Like, what? They can't even point at shit. They're like, yeah, it's just because I said so. Just like believe me, bro. Like it's the truth.
Source, trust me, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like, get the fuck out of here.
You think that's like every every meeting where they welcome new sovereign citizens? They're like, oh, like oh yeah, you know this is this and that. Like, oh, like what's your source? Source, trust me, bro.
So that there was a guy, you know. So okay, so we were watching this Vice article or Vice story, like news story, that this guy, and I think it was in California, had these like meetings, or was it California? Arizona, where he had these meetings for sovereign citizens, and he kept saying like, I've done this and I've done that. And when you actually looked, when like the Vice people looked into it, they're like, he hasn't done any of this. Like, we haven't found anything about this guy doing any of this shit he's talking about.
So it's all cap.
Yep.
No facts.
Yep.
All cap, no facts.
So yeah. Anyway, so
You need to get a soundbite to stop the cap.
So my gripe as part of this is like, don't be stupid. Don't follow stupid ass conspiracy theories. Like if you're gonna follow a conspiracy theory, at least make it a good one. You know, like chemtrails. Like those are cool.
Make it something that you can at least be somewhat convincing that
Right.
it's true.
Right. Exactly. Not this
I got
bullshit.
a question for you, Joe Carrot.
Yeah.
When did the government get to you?
I guess since I was born, because
When did they get? When did you become their stooge?
clearly when
When did you become a government bootlicker?
when they made my name in capital letters.
Ooh.
How much did they give you?
Clearly, a couple mil. It's my treasury account.
You're shilling out for them.
It's in your treasury account that you still trying to figure out how to access.
Exactly.
Like one day I'll figure out how to get to that money.
Yep. But anyway, don't be stupid. That's my gripe. Don't be stupid. If you want to get shot, I guess be stupid. If you don't do it.
Oh, clear your cache. You want to be on no FBI list now.
Was I a sovereign citizen when I refused to pay for my parking tickets?
No, you were dumb because they still got you. You got booted and you couldn't drive.
I was like, those laws don't apply to me.
That boot
Yeah.
didn't think you were a sovereign citizen.
It couldn't
That's what
tell
I'm
the
saying.
difference.
Yep. Anyway, all right. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and get to our new segment.
You didn't tell us we had a new segment.
Shit. Yeah, we do. Hold on. I gotta pull this up right quick. Talk amongst yourselves while I do this thing.
So, Momba, how's the wedding planning?
All right, I got it.
I'm already sick of it. We waited to do everything last minute, so now I have to do all this stuff.
Did you get the DJ?
Yeah, I finally got a hold of him.
Oh, what do you say? Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, he said he'll show up. Well, I had to sign something and send it back to him, so I guess it's legally binding, right? I mean, we didn't get it notarized.
Well, if he's a sovereign citizen, then you should have asked, what's your status as a citizen? Are you sovereign?
Anyway, let's get to our new segment. Am I an asshole?
Am I an arsehole? Do I look like an arsehole?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
All right.
Best one of the most underrated movies.
Yes, it's very good. All right. Am I the asshole for criticizing my roommate's grooming habits harshly? Hey, y'all. I'm 26 male, currently live in a rented apartment with my roommate, 24 male. Recently, we've been running into some issues because of his grooming. I occasionally notice a funk coming off of him. And a few times, it got bad enough to ask him to take a shower because it was distracting me and grossing me out. He apologized and said he had lessened sense of smell, which made him less likely to realize he needed a shower. Sounded kind of BS to me. But he showered, so I didn't think anything of it. Our apartment has 2 full bathrooms in the hallway, and I ordered a bidet for mine.
Oh, nice.
The other day, I was installing it, and he happened upon me doing so. He asked what it was for, and I explained to him. He chuckled and said, "You gay guys are something else." I laughed and said, "It's less invasive than toilet paper and more effective." And he laughed and said, "Ha, yeah, but I don't use that either."
What the fuck?
Is it gay to have a clean asshole?
Yes.
If that's the case, then I try to be the gayest.
So anyway, he said something clicked in my head, and I asked him for clarification. Apparently, he never wipes. He says he thinks it's gross to rub his ass with a piece of paper that doesn't really do anything. He said no straight guy does, and it's not a big deal. I asked what he does if he eats Taco Bell or something, and he said he just takes a shower. I asked, what if he's in a public bathroom? He says he waits till he gets
no.
home. I then asked, what if he washes his butt in the shower and he said that the soap from his bag drips down and takes care of
That is so gross. I mean, he's not wrong, but
At this point, I was basically
he's
gagging
like,
and told him he can't sit on any of the furniture I pay for, which is most of it, until he wipes and washes his crusty ass. He got mad and says the only reason I care is because I get fucked in mine, to which I responded that I'm a top. He got pissy and left after this, and I haven't seen him since. I called his girlfriend to ask if she had heard from him, and she said he came over, explained the situation, and got grossed out. Oh, she got grossed out, and he left her place. I feel kind of bad for not viewing this as he doesn't know the right way situation rather than more than antagonistic turn it took. Am I the asshole?
no, 100% no. Pun intended. He's not the asshole.
So I kind of had a conversation similar to this. I don't want to out anybody, so I won't say any names. But I used to be like a dirty kid when I was younger, and then something happened where I shower twice a day now, and I like to get in there.
Yeah.
Nice and deep.
Yeah, I get in crevices. I make sure that everything's
all the nooks and crannies are clean.
I may look dirty and like a homeless person right now, but like I try to shower twice a day. Sometimes on the weekends, I'll get lazy, shower once or but Monday through Friday, I'm usually in there twice. So it kind of like bothers me when I hear stuff like you almost don't know that people like this exist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost unbelievable.
Yeah, but like it's one thing like showering like once a day or whatever, but like not to wipe her ass. What do you take a shit?
So you're saying you know someone that doesn't, that you don't want to out anyone?
That doesn't wipe their ass?
No.
Because you preface this with like I don't want to out anyone.
Well, because I don't want them to get upset for saying somebody that I know, we had a discussion, and they said that they don't shower every day. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think I was there for that conversation.
And
yeah, it was, and we're like, and is this the person that we asked like, well, how often do you shower? I was like, what is he like once every 3 days or something?
No, I thought it was once every other day.
No, but he said sometimes it was like 3. If it's the same conversation, I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
But even then, it's like, I mean.
But that's just a personal preference.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
For me.
I know there's people that like, I think like, in the world, like we're probably like there's a lot of countries that don't like.
Health wise speaking, you're not supposed to shower every day. That's what health.
Yeah.
Like health.
Technically you're not supposed to,
because it like kills the good bacteria on your skin, which is supposed to help your skin maintain healthy.
So you're supposed to maintain a certain level of griminess,
right,
to stay alive.
Right.
I mean,
twice a day is excessive.
I think I build up enough grime throughout the day.
Well, that's the thing, though. The thing, I guess, is so for example, this actually, I was reading into this also when I was doing jiu-jitsu, because like on jiu-jitsu.
Okay, we get
here
it.
We go.
We get it. You do jiu-jitsu.
Yes, we know.
This has nothing to do, but it has nothing to do with that.
You lost your dojo. We get it.
No, hold on. So you roll with other people and that gets nasty, right?
Yeah.
And the problem is like you're more prone. So like if you shower every day or whatever, or you shower like even like after like doing that activity, you're more likely to get an infection because you don't have obviously the bacteria on your skin to fight off the infection that like you would get from another person, like a staph infection,
like ringworm
or ringworm, right? So they make like special soap that still cleans you but doesn't remove that bacteria. You know what I'm saying?
So
the good bacteria.
So it's like a placebo soap.
Basically,
it doesn't do shit.
It like makes you. It like cleans you. It makes you smell nice, but it doesn't actually like kill like the good bacteria that's supposed to protect your skin.
Okay, keeping it with the jujutsu that you talk about.
Yeah.
If you're rolling,
yeah,
wouldn't you feel better knowing that you were rolling with somebody that might have bathed prior?
I mean, I don't care.
You don't care?
No, I don't care. No, I'll tell you why. Because like honestly, first of all, when you're doing that shit,
what if he's like?
If he's like really smelly, obviously that probably will bother you. But like if it's just like, dude, you sweat so much.
What if he like was?
I get it, Junker. Like when I hear the king shame, like I mean, you're into what you're into. Like,
what if he's foul, and then you're like, hey man, you're kind of smelly. Maybe
he's like, if you don't like it, tap out then, bitch.
Yeah, that too.
I tap out right away.
You were like, hey, maybe next time, you
and like I said, you don't
fresh it up a little bit.
And most of the time, you don't roll with the same person.
And then he was like, hey man, I took a shower 3 days ago. I'm not due for one yet.
That's true.
Would you say?
Yeah, according to the health organization, I'm not supposed to take one today.
You're like, I understand.
I teach their own, man. I just would say I'd be like, that really never was an issue. But I'm just saying, like, when you're doing that kind of activity, it's not. That's not the first. That's the last thing in your mind.
I feel like that is the activity where I want everybody to shower.
And like you sweat fucking crazy. So like,
yeah,
you're probably gonna stink at some point during that whole thing. So no matter if you showered before,
don't you think you would smell better?
I mean, if you haven't showered for 3 days, yeah, you're gonna smell like shit regardless, right? But if you showered earlier that day, you're probably still gonna smell. Is what I'm saying.
Well, as long as you like showered in that day, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but still, you're still gonna smell.
But what if they didn't shower till like the previous morning?
I don't know, man. It depends. Everybody's different, man. Like the way I've noticed is like skinnier people like Tony. If he didn't shower for like 2 days, he probably wouldn't smell. Or if he showered every other day, I should say.
Yeah,
he probably won't smell.
I'm a huskier guy. I
right.
have to
Bigger people that sweat all the time
Yeah.
probably will smell a little more than like the skinny guy will. You know what I'm saying? So like it's different.
That we're gonna do the jujitsu now.
I shower daily, by the way.
I'm using that as an
I'm just
example.
putting it out there. I don't want misconceptions to be strewn about.
But anyway, that's
Yeah,
not the hero.
I guess what this guy's doing is like another
He's
level.
yeah. This is not just like not even showering every day.
This is
He
gross.
He showers when he shits. He just doesn't A, wipe his ass. B, fucking put soap up his ass, which I definitely do. Like who doesn't? I don't know who doesn't at least wipe your ass when you're washing it in the shower.
Not even like cleanliness. That's an issue, but I think comfortability is like the bigger. Because if you're walking around with some grime on your
Yeah,
beehole,
that's not.
that's
that
uncomfortable.
hurts. Like it
itches.
Yeah, after a while.
Yeah.
He's capping.
What the fuck? Okay, so I'm not in the hip with the lingo. What the fuck is capping?
I mean, it's the lie.
He's lying.
Oh, okay.
There's no way you can.
So
walk
no
around.
cap means no lie.
cap means no lie. No cap, or all cap, no fax. Like
Yeah.
a fax machine. That means that fax is like fax.
I got you.
Did you understand that?
Yes, I got that. Thank you. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get to. Or do you guys have any grapes? Grapes.
For time's sake,
We've got plenty of time. Don't worry about it. You have grapes?
I had one, but I forgot what it was.
I guess I kind of have one. I'll make
right.
it really quick.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
Since we didn't record last week, this is basketball related. So I know Tony knows. Do you know who Ja Morant is?
Yes.
I know who
Well,
he is.
that's why I said I know Tony knows.
I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, he got in trouble for various things, but I guess the icing on the cake was him going on Instagram Live and in a strip club
Brandishing a gun.
which to me, I guess that's my gripe. I'm not really bothered by it,
Yeah.
and I don't see why people are I get why people are getting their panties in a bunch, but also at the same time, like I'm not offended.
Did he get suspended or something?
I think like 5 games,
8 games.
8 games.
God
games.
damn, that's a long time.
No, Gilbert Arenas got suspended like
Yeah,
a
but
whole
he-
career.
Yeah, but he had a
That's
gun in
true.
the
He
locker room.
actually brought it to the locker room.
that's
So-
different.
And then he like also have issues where he beat people up.
Yeah,
Gilbert
he
Arenas.
has a couple cases where like I guess he beat
Yeah,
up some.
that's a little different.
But I mean, we don't know the story. Maybe that kid deserved it.
Oh, I was talking about Gilbert Arenas. Yeah, I know you're talking about John
Yeah.
Moran too. Oh yeah, that's the same thing. But that's not. I guess that is not his first infraction.
Yeah, he's had some brush-ins with.
So he's a scumbag.
He's actually not like
He seems like a nice guy.
he's actually like I mean from what I gather, like I said, I don't know him personally obviously, but from what I gather, I think he's
Young.
he doesn't have like the cleanest past, but he's not out there like on the streets trying to be like.
So he's a reformed scumbag.
I don't think he ever was. I think he's just like he's no stranger to mischief here and there, but he's not like out there committing like fucking felonies and I guess like they did a full investigation. It turned out the gun wasn't his because the whole
So
thing
why was he brandishing it?
just
he was at
just
a strip
just
club.
to flex on the gram. I mean, he's a kid. All kids do that shit.
How old is he?
He's like 20 something. He's
young.
20s. He's young. That's what I'm saying. Like he was just doing it for the clout. And so they did, like Mama said, they did a whole investigation, and it was 8 games, but that's actually like he got off like compared to what he was looking at, that's a slap on the wrist. Because if they would have determined that the gun was his, that means that because this happened in Colorado.
Oh yeah.
It was a road game. So if they would have determined that that was his gun, that means that he took it with him on the team plane. He had it with him in the locker room. And you know what happened to Gilbert Arenas? So that would have been automatic. You're done for the whole year. And then some the following year.
Right.
But like after, I think he was out for 3 or 4 games. And they determined that like they did the investigation. They determined the gun was not his. That he didn't have it on the plane. He didn't bring it with him in the locker room. He just flashed it on Instagram for whatever. And so they made it 8 games, but it was retroactive. So he already did like the first 3, so he just got like an extra 5. And he's getting counseling for how not to be an idiot, I guess. No, I'm serious. Like, he's I guess he
Have
was.
counseling for not being an
I think
idiot?
he's.
Well,
he's going
it's being packaged and sold as he's getting counseling for like
he's getting
how to deal
treatment.
how to deal with stress because he was dealing with high stress and whatever. But
Why? He's rich. He shouldn't have stress.
Exactly.
more money, more problems, bro. But according to the strippers, I mean the working ladies and the other employees of that strip club, he's the nicest guy in the world. Apparently, like, he's very polite. You know, he pays his tab. Because apparently there's a lot of other NBA shows that go down there. They're fucking total scumbags. I mean, those are the scumbags.
Give that kid a break.
Exactly. Give that kid a break. But I was just upset because in fantasy basketball, as soon as I heard that that happened, I'm like,
Do you have on your team?
no, I didn't. But as soon as I found out, I'm like, he's getting suspended. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a lengthy suspension. So I picked up the backup point guard, which is Tyus Jones, and he's been on a tear. Every time John Morant's out,
And who
he
has John
lights
Morant?
it up. I don't give a fuck who has him. The point is,
It's probably me. I wouldn't know either.
well, anyway, I picked up Tyus Jones. I had him on a fantasy team, and he's been lighting it up. And then I heard he's coming back in like 4 games. Like, fuck. I was like, boo, harsher punishments. Harsher.
You're outside of the stadium and shit.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I'm out there protesting. Harsher punishments.
So what's your gripe?
Yeah, give him a break.
Yeah, give the kid a break.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, we all do stupid
There
shit.
are rules. He's not a sovereign citizen. There are rules he has to follow.
Just tell him.
He should identify as one. He could have gotten away with it. But yeah, apparently, like, the NBA don't fuck around. Like, somebody told a story that I think it was Carmelo Anthony. He told a story about, you remember Malice at the Palace?
Yeah.
So I think this is like before that. I think there was another fight where I think he was with the Nuggets, and they got into a fight with, I forgot, I think it might have been New York, and punches were thrown, and it wasn't like Malice at the Palace level, but it was like it was like an actual fight, punches thrown. So I guess he got called into Carmelo Anthony got called into at the time it was David Stern, called into his office, and he told him like yeah, you can't be fucking around. Like, he's telling him, like, basically, like, you live a certain life. We have certain standards, and they're like, you need to stop with the bullshit. And then he's like, oh, whatever. He's like, yeah, well, like, and what I mean by that is, like, these are the people who are not your friends, and they're gonna bring you down. And he's like, he had a list of everyone that I hung out with. Like, he was like, and then that's when I knew that the NBA does not fuck around with their brand. If they will go to such great lengths to protect their brand, that if you're a superstar in the league, or if you represent, because at the time he was one of the biggest stars, if you're a big star in the league and you represent them, whether you want to or not, if you're in the face of the NBA or the face of the NBA, they know everything about you. They know everyone you hang out with. They fucking check out all your friends, everything. They know it all. So I was like,
Do they know that, like, if it's true that if his wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios?
They do know that answer, but they will not say. That's locked in the vault.
It wasn't him. It was Kevin.
It was Kevin Garnett, and wasn't it Honey Nut Cheerios?
Yeah, Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah.
Lala tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios.
For those that don't know, there was some beef between two NBA players, Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Garnett, and I guess Kevin Garnett told Carmelo Anthony during a game that his wife. Or his
Yeah,
girlfriend
his
at the time?
wife Lala.
He said your wife tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios. And I guess he got so busy he went out after the game and went to the team bus
And waited for them.
And waited for it. I mean, you gotta give him that's kind of like a pretty original, creative.
She's on the
insult.
show The Shy.
Is she?
Yeah.
She ain't no Larsa Pippen though. Shacking up with Michael Jordan's son.
No Tippin' Pippin.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, man, I feel kind of bad for Scottie Pippen. Man, we're just taking L's left and right. It's like, man, ugh. What's that, man? More money, more problems.
Was that your great Mamba?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Cut the kids some slack.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, shit.
That was my bad.
Mamba, dude, get him off you.
I mean, that's a good song.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Damn, I missed the McPick 2s, man. When are they bringing those back?
I want them to bring the
snack wrap?
Yeah, the snack wraps or the Mick wraps.
Have you ever seen the TikTok of that guy that's like goes to this McDonald's every single day asking for a snack wrap? And they tell him like, well, we don't have any. He's like, all right, I'll be back tomorrow. He's like, yeah, let me get a snack wrap. and then like as time, dude, I think he made it all the way to like day 89 till like, I guess because I guess he went to more than one in his area. One of them decided like, all right, we're gonna fucking do it. And he went there. He's like, He's like, hello, like, do you guys have snack wraps? And the girl's like, yes, we do. He's like, I'll take 2. But yeah, like, so this whole time he's like just going there every like day 56 of asking for a snack wrap, and he's like, hello, do you have any flour tortillas? Yes. Do you have cheese? Yes. Do you have chicken strips? Yes. Can I get a snack wrap? No, we don't have snack wrap. Or he'll be like, oh, do you guys have snack wraps? They're like, no, we don't have snack wraps. And then he's like, do you have tortillas? Do you have this? They're like, yes. Sounds like you have snack wraps. And they're like, no, we can't. We don't. Like, all right, I'll be back tomorrow.
And finally, they
I think it was like after like 80 something days, like a McDonald's, they actually had it on their fucking sign that they brought them back. So that be a lesson to everyone out there is don't give up. If you nag and complain, eventually you get your way.
Do you have a gripe, Tony?
Do I have a gripe? I had one, but I forgot what it was.
All right.
But if I remember, I'll let you know.
All right. Well, let's get to our question
In
then.
the next 2 minutes.
Too many questions. There's too many questions.
The appropriate question is, where in the hell are they?
Excuse me. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
My answers frighten you, Vincent, then you should cease asking scary questions.
Dear Tony and Momba, I have a colleague who has become an amazing friend over the last few years. We plan dinner dates or work conferences periodically, and we also try to book spa appointments together when we have vacation time. Sandy, in quotes, Sandy, is everything a person would want in a friend. However, when we go out to eat, she usually insists on paying for my meal.
I don't see a problem.
She has also prepaid some of my spa appointments.
Not a problem. I just hear someone bragging.
When this pattern first started, I was a little put off, but I appreciated her generosity. Maybe a little selfishly because it saved me money. But now I feel constantly indebted to her because I can never seem to return the favor. When I insist on paying for myself, we argue and bicker. Sandy says she wants to show her appreciation for my partnership at work. She also explains that I have children who are assumedly expensive, whereas she is childless. She justifies it by rationalizing that her and her husband make an impressive salary. They are comfortable but not extravagantly wealthy. Lately, I have come to resent the situation because I don't want to feel like a charity case. Not only am I more able to pay for myself, I also don't want to feel limited when ordering food. Knowing she's going to foot the bill makes me reluctant to order the food or beverage of my choosing. How do I approach this without tarnishing our professional work relationship and the friendship we have built? This is the altruism of selfless person and my ego getting in the way. Or is there a deeper motive I haven't considered? Treated too well.
I don't feel like this is a problem. I feel like he's just ride the gravy train as far as it'll take you.
Yeah, see what you could get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't you? I mean, sometimes like we have people that like pay for us, like at our work. Like there's times somebody will pay for us, but I feel like I do feel like then like even though they may not hold it over your head, you always do feel kind of like
Why?
I mean, why?
They're adults, right?
Yeah,
They can make their own decisions.
yeah,
That's not your
but
responsibility.
but it also feels it feels icky.
See, that's the difference between you and I, Junkyard. I'm all about riding that gravy train. If someone offers me a ticket on that gravy train, I'm hopping aboard.
You don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Right?
Exactly.
No, I mean like it's fine once or twice, but like all the time, like literally every time you go out.
Dude, that sounds like a fucking winner to me. I mean, who am I to say no? I'm not asking for it. I'm not saying, hey man, can you get me by no.
So if every time we went out I paid for you, you wouldn't care?
Bro, I'm jumping on that gravy train.
Like even if I mean you make more money than I do.
Well, you're always asking Tony to finally take you to that burger spot.
Bro, I'm gonna take you.
Because he's been telling me for 20 years that he was going to take me.
Bro,
That's different.
I told you, man, I'm gonna take you to Choppers, bro. Get a chop pack. For those who don't know, Choppers is a burger joint in Chicago that I used to go with when I was a kid.
So
and it's still there, and it's great.
So let me tell you a little story. Back in 2000 and actually probably like 2002 because we met in 2001. 2002, when I used to drop Tony off at this church, he used to always tell me about this place called Choppers. And he's like, we gotta go to Choppers one day. We gotta go to Choppers one day.
Get a chop pack. Get a fucking triple
Yeah,
cheeseburger.
well, I'm gonna take you one day. We're gonna go to Choppers. I'm gonna buy you a chop pack.
Triple cheeseburger, milkshake, fries. Man, that was.
Mind you, this was 2002. We are in 2023.
You have yet to go.
That is that is 21 years,
Bro.
and he has yet to take me.
Bro,
to
every
Choppers.
time I try to take you, like, oh, I can't, I'm busy. Like, oh, I have a kid and whatever.
Yeah, but you barely started trying to take me like now. You've had 21 years to take me.
No,
and
because
barely now are you mentioning?
not 20 years because there was a period in time when we were broken up.
Yeah, there's 2 years.
So technically it's 19 years.
And then you gotta add in the COVID years.
It's true.
Because you were on lockdown.
Okay, so fine. So
4
deduct
years.
4 years from that.
Yeah.
That still doesn't make it better. That's 15 years.
Don't exaggerate, Junkyard. 20 years. It's like 15 tops.
A decade and a half have passed, and you still have yet.
Bro, every time I try to take you, you're like, oh, I'm busy, I can't. Like, oh, I gotta put my kid to sleep, or oh no, like there's a pandemic going on or some bullshit. I was like, all right, Junkyard, fuck you then.
I'm sure they were closed during the pandemic.
I don't even know. I'm sure they had takeout. I'm sure like any well respected establishment, they offer takeout.
Let's go Choppers right now.
Well, I can't today. But I got you next time though.
See, everybody heard it.
Bro, I'm telling you, Choppers, get a chop pack, triple cheeseburger,
Your brother,
milkshake.
I owed your brother a bet, and he was this close to not getting paid, so you took me to Choppers. But I paid up. He's this close. So you took me to Choppers. He would have been waiting another 20 years, I think, before he got paid.
Wait, what was the bet?
It was that Juve would win the Champions League.
And he didn't.
Well, no, they didn't.
Because I remember they made it, right?
Was it win?
They were in the Champions League.
They were. They were.
They
But
would. They would win
would
it.
win
No,
it.
the make it is this next bet that we have. Oh, did you see my new kicks?
His slippers.
My slippers, my Adidas slippers here.
Tell him that you should take your socks off so we could really appreciate it.
No, it's what he might get turned on.
Ugh. Nah, you know what? Keep your socks on.
Put more socks on.
Yeah. You know what? Put another layer. So the bet was that Juventus would win. They did not win. So what did you have to give up? What was the bet?
The bet was that I would go to St. Louis and pay for his barbecue.
And did you?
Yeah.
When did you go?
December of last year.
Did you? Did that bring back like memories, like traumatizing memories?
Not
when
really,
you were there?
because they've changed. The city's changed a lot. It still sucks. It's just different. It looks different. It's just like it's like a different kind of suck. You know what I'm saying?
So do you have the same bet going on this time?
No, this is $150.
Ooh, I don't know if your wife sanctioned that.
I already told her.
Everything is under the table. How did she feel about you betting?
She's like, again, whatever.
Didn't you already lose like $20 to him?
Yeah.
Bro, you're just like, man, my brother's he's just cleaning house.
Not this time.
He is taking you to the cleaners, bro.
Not this time.
He's got $20 out of you. He got a free meal.
Bro.
So what is it now? Oh yeah, the second one was it
It was the Niners would win the
Niners would win?
or win the Super Bowl or make it. No, they would beat
they would
beat
Philly.
Yeah, they would beat Philly to make it to the Super Bowl.
So your brother is taking off.
He's
taking food off of Junkyard's kid's plate.
Yeah, but Junkyard's allowing it.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're getting this one, right, Momba? We're winning this one because, dude, they're winning. So now they're in, they're seventh place, but they're only 5 points.
So
5 points from fourth.
So what's this current bet that you're about to lose?
That they will make Champions League next year.
Oh,
they just make it.
Just make it.
Just make it. So in order for you to make, for those who don't know, for you to make Champions League, at least in the Serie A, you have to be top 4. You either do that, win Europa League, which they're in right now, and that's pretty much about it. So they got deducted. The thing that he made this best because they got deducted 15 points for some bullshit, and he didn't he assumed that they were gonna make, but they're like even with the point deduction, they're close to being in the fourth place. They're like 5 points away from fourth, so they might still be able to make it for fourth place. And there's talk about they might be getting some points, maybe not the 15. So if they would have kept the 15 points, they'd be in second place. So if they get some points back, they're already in fourth. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna make it, baby. And then they still got Europa League,
dude. Sounds like you got it all figured out.
Yeah, $150 might as well be in my pocket right now.
Easy money. Take that to Vegas.
If I win that,
fucking double it up.
If I win that
triple it up.
Hell yeah! If I win that $150, I'm taking you to Choppers.
Ooh.
After you take me to Choppers.
Let's go, Juventus. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to control yourself in Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Are you gonna know when to quit,
Hopefully.
or are you gonna be like?
Well, my wife will be with me, so
You're gonna
if
be like-
I don't know when to quit, she'll tell me to quit.
She'll do it for you.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell her like all it takes is one bet, baby,
Mm-hmm.
to turn it around.
Yeah, it's just
Right.
all you need is one good one winning streak.
That's right.
Because once you get on that hot streak, ooh,
That's all I
bro,
need. Yep.
that whole trip will pay for itself and then some.
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna take all 5 stacks, put them on black as soon as I get there. Blackjack,
That's right.
double up, boom.
Yeah, it's. I don't know why nobody else is doing it. It's so easy.
Exactly.
So you guys aren't going to see Momba. You didn't comment on this either.
I would say that you have to like, because you don't want to be indebted. I hate being indebted. So like, for example, Junkyard replaced the brakes on my car because I'm redacted when it comes to cars. So I could have just let him replace the brakes and lowered that over my head. So I got him a gift. It's like a stool that you can move around for his garage. That way, like, I don't have to be indebted to him.
Ah.
Like,
So you're saying that she should take the gifts or take the meals, take whatever, but also get her friend a gift or something nice
yeah.
to say, hey, I appreciate everything you're doing. Have this. That way, at least.
But out of spite.
Yeah. With ill intent.
Yeah.
Bad news. We lost that camera. I think the battery died.
Oh, okay. How long?
I don't know. Probably a few minutes ago.
Oh, all right.
But anyway, that's fine. No big deal. We're finishing up. Is that it?
Yep.
That is it.
All right, cool.
That was done a long time ago.
All right, guys. We won't be back next week. FYI.
We won't?
No.
Why?
I'll be in Mexico.
Oh.
So, because it's spring break for us, so
Then we'll catch you the following week.
Yeah,
and you can tell us
the
about your
following week.
Mexico
So
trip.
we won't be here next week. So catch us the following week. We will be back the following week.
But we'll post homework for you guys to watch.
Right. Leave us a voicemail. 413-29-NKOTP. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/NKOTP1. Follow us on Twitter at New Kids on the Pod. See us on Instagram, also New Kids on the Pod. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spotify, everywhere. Shoot us an email, newkidsonthenpod@gmail.com.
Do we have a handle on the Truth social network yet?
No, we don't.
You get on there, bro.
Also, you can leave us comments on YouTube. We will also read them, like Hooded Dude and Peter Theater. All right. We will check you out in 2 weeks. All right. Kissies on your dickies.